Hello, everyone, and welcome to the, what is it called again?
This is the inaugural MamFam Award.
Right, they told me it rhymed. This is the lovely Persephone von Salazar.
And I am joined today by the incomparable Abenind Adnan.
Yes, and we are so thrilled to be here, really.
Here we are hosting the red carpet pre-event. It's going to be exquisite.
It's going to be an incredible evening filled with peerless talent that has been recognized for their efforts.
Dare I say it will be Peachy King.
And we are so excited to meet some of the nominees for these awards. They all look like miscreants.
It's a little bohemian for my taste.
Oh, right. We will go and... Do we have to be separated for this?
Yes. They were supposed to mingle with the common folk. It's charity.
Oh, it's for charity. In that instance, we shall...
this on your text.
Yes, exactly. We shall grin and bear it.
And then I said to Jeffrey,
Right.
I simply cannot sit next to Mark in the space shuttle again. He will not stop talking about Facebook.
You've given him the seating chart.
I just cannot... excuse
I'm
me.
sorry. Oh, how interesting.
It appears we've received a remote satellite call from someone named Cousin, Ricky?
Rabbit. I'm confused. Is it a person we're speaking with or a small furry mammal?
And he's calling from an 18-carat vehicle?
Oh, I believe it's... Oh, I'm familiar with this. Jeffrey hires exclusively these individuals that will drive 18-wheeled to cart around his goods.
Oh, all right. So Ricky Rabbit in the 18-wheel truck. Hello.
Yes, hello, Ricky.
Now, I understand that I've been nominated for some newfangled award show my cousin putting on because he ain't got nothing better to do, but I got work, so I ain't gonna make it. Somebody's got to haul the goods and services made by our glorious country to make sure you have food on your table when you go to that grocery store. And that's really where I think the focus should be tonight. I don't think we should be focusing on some video, all right? But instead, I think we should keep the focus on the good old US of A. Because we'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list. And the Statue of Liberty was shaking off.
How gauche. Good evening to you all, and welcome to the red carpet. I am, of course, Persephone von Salazar, here with Molly. Thank you so much, Persephone. It's such an honor to be here. Tell me about this pedestrian ensemble you're wearing. Well, I was so proud of Mammoth Club for making our own clothing line this year. We actually did 2 releases, so I grabbed one of our hoodies, which I think is so comfy, and I'm wearing it to rep the MamFam. Proud is something you could be. Can you tell me why your hair is this shade of aquamarine? Oh, I love to commit to a bit. That's a core tenet of Mammoth Club, and we went to space recently, and I wanted to have hair that matched. You know, I've been to space with my friend Jeffrey. Yes, Jeffrey and I went to space. In his special big boy rocket? That's the one. And what would you say you're most excited for at the event tonight? I'm just excited to be back in the room where it all started with Alan and Max and the MamFam. I can't believe it's been a whole year, and I'm just so excited to celebrate with everyone. That is so wonderful. Now, before I let you go, Molly, I must have a request for next year's gala. Could we not have this, what is this, Kirkland, Prosecco? No, we need Dom, Toretto, and Perignon. Thank you. I'll see if I can make that happen for you, Persephone. Well, you are so welcome for this interview. Good luck tonight. Thank you.
All right, I'm so sorry. Who must I interview next? Oh, Maximilian Letour! Oh, Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
You look stunning as always.
Oh, this old thing.
Oh, now, you, as a 2-time nominee this evening for the inaugural MamFam Awards, how confident are you feeling?
Any other 2-time nominees here? I think not. Especially when you consider I only showed up once.
Your range, your talent knows no boundaries, my friend.
It's what we call impact.
And you leave it everywhere you go.
Yes, I do think that I made quite an impact when I came in. An art show, let me tell you, Abenine, my friend. I know that you have an eye for the arts as well. And the way they showed up, truly impressive for children.
It was honestly as if I was traveling to a niece or nephew's opening exhibit.
Yes, that's exactly right.
But we have to give them, my friend, just a little nudge sometimes.
A little nudge, you
A
say?
little nudge, I do say. I've never felt more confident or at home.
I also feel at home.
Welcome back to the red carpet. I am once again Persephone von Salazar, joined by Max, was it?
Yeah, Persephone, you helped give rating on my clothes before. We've met.
Doesn't ring a bell. Tell me about this look.
Oh, thank you. Yes, this is the...
I didn't say anything you should... I didn't give you a compliment.
Right. We did 2 lines of merch this year, and this was the first one.
Now, what are you most proud of going into the inaugural MamFam Awards?
I think just that there's so many people in this community that all the different types of content, whether it's the podcast or the streams or the YouTube videos, seems to resonate, that people hang out in the Discord, and we really set out to make a community and to bring people together, and it seems like we've been able to do that.
That is lovely. I live in a community. It's a gated estate. Yes. Similar, I'm sure. Last question for you, Max. A lot of people have a pre-show ritual, a certain snack or beverage they like to partake in. What did you eat before the red carpet tonight?
Oh, this is a wonderful question, Persephone. We do eat a lot. We try a lot of foods. So tonight it was 3 mint Oreos, a s'mores Pop-Tart, and I washed it down, slamming a Pacific Cooler Capri Sun.
You know what? I might surprise you. I love a Pop-Tart. I gotta heat it up though. Well, my butler does. I don't know how to toast anything, but my butler does.
No, you know what, Persephone, that adds up.
Right. Okay, well, you're welcome for this interview, and good luck, I guess, with your little awards.
This is right. We are joined with our next nominee, Mr. Eel.
Well, hey there, Alabaster. Hey there, MamFam.
Right. It's Abenine. And it's so wonderful to have you, considering your great success of being nominated, though you haven't left your tank, it would seem. How does this make you feel?
Well, golly gee, the missus and I are just tickled about this nomination. Just an honor to be nominated, but Mrs. Eel is gonna make me my favorite dinner for winning.
Right. You're married.
Of course.
Interesting. What fish in particular would you like to eat, Mr. Eel?
Fish.
We're not discriminatory. Perfect.
Just fish.
Well, is there anything that you'd like to say to your adoring fans in this moment?
Thank you so much to the MamFam for loving me, Mr. Eel. Make sure to follow me on Threads, because I'm basically just a big sea thread. And come say hey. Make sure to keep washing those hands. Hygiene is not just for a pandemic.
Right. Sound advice from a sea-dwelling creature that is always being washed, given that they are underwater always. Back to you.
Bye-bye.
Hello and welcome to the red carpet this evening. I'm Abenine, joined, of course, by Ellen. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so sorry, though. I would really like to say your name correctly. Alabar? No, Abenine. Abracadabra? Abenine. Atlas? Perhaps it would go easier if I spelled it together in smaller phrases for your small brain. Nine. Abenine. Avada Kedavra. Okay. Thought we're making some progress.
We are back again on the red carpet, and normally I say it's a treat to be with me, but I have to say this next guest is the reason I took this job. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the red carpet, KRONK.
Hey everybody, it's super exciting to be here today.
KRONK, I must say, that's just the cutest little outfit I've ever seen. Could you tell me about it?
This is a top hat and tuxedo that my mom got me. It looked pretty good.
Did she get it from Jeffrey's store?
I'm not sure who Jeffrey is, but seems like a nice person.
KRONK, you are a nominee tonight, and you are the heavy favorite. How does it feel?
People tell me that I'm their favorite all the time, and by people, of course, I mean my mom.
She sounds lovely. Now, KRONK, in the case that you do win tonight, what do you want to say to all of your adoring fans?
I'd like to say thank you, and I would very much like a treat, please.
You can have so many. You can have all the treats in the world, you sweetie. Boo doo doo doo. Back to you.
Well, with those delightful interviews completed, some of them blissfully so, it is time to begin the awards show.
And we will kick it to the Mammoth family to explain more.
Hi!
Hi. When do we start drinking? Right now.
Cheers!
Cheers to you. Boom.
Good reach.
Thank you. Welcome, chat, to the inaugural MamFam Awards, our birthday party.
Yeah,
Here.
that's crazy.
It's bonkers.
I can't comprehend it. If I do, I become immobile.
Obviously, I think anytime you get to a milestone, like a year anniversary, we certainly have had a lot of conversations about the moments that have mattered to us this year, but we set out to make this a community. Our part of the celebration was wanting to hear from all of you what you thought mattered this year. We are simply your voice today.
Yes.
That is true. That is true.
So we are going to have many different categories for you all. Obviously, you saw some special guests on the red carpet.
Yeah. The amount of schedule clearing we had to do in order to get those very high profile individuals.
Not only the guest stars, but the award presenters.
Oh,
the
yes.
hosts of the red
Of
carpet.
course.
Perhaps the hardest people to get.
Yeah,
Very
to get
busy.
Persephone and astrology on the red carpet, it's tough. Luckily, they do see us as charity. We're not, just for the
No,
record.
they said this was charity.
Almost 3,000 people voted.
That's
That's
nuts.
wild, y'all.
That's so fun.
If you were one of them, thank you so much for voting. Thank you for being a part of this. And we were just waiting to be surprised ourselves. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Even the nominees, I mean, maybe one or two we anticipated per category, but I think by and large we were surprised.
Molly, can we see your socks? What chat said. Chat, why?
I put socks on specifically because there's no free feet content.
That's right.
And asking to see the socks feels one step away from
That's right.
asking
That
to see the
feels
feet.
like you want feet content, chat.
Chat.
They're Barbie socks, for the record. They're very cute.
Well, let's kick it off.
Yeah.
We've got 9 categories to go through, 5 nominees in every category. So, you ready to get started?
Let's
ready?
do it.
All right.
It's very official around here.
It's very official.
like the
Very
Oscars.
official.
We've got envelopes. We've got the results. We've got the whole deal. Our first category of the evening, chat, best YouTube series.
Ooh.
Now, this is not an individual video. This is the whole series of videos.
There's some one-offs here and there. There's, your Jurassic Park anniversary videos.
Of course.
There's your, a classic. There's your Shark Week videos, a classic. You don't make those a series, but we have had fun making several things into a series in new locations and with different twists on them. And it's fun to see what kind of takes off and people like seeing again and again.
And as with all of these categories, it was ultimately voted on by all of you. And so it is time to share the nominees for Best YouTube Series.
Arriving to the park today, I acquired myself a park map and I got to thinking, what are my favorite things to do in each of the lands of Disney's Animal Kingdom? I'm like the #1 fan of Cat Sacas. And literally, in a land If Rise of the Resistance didn't exist, this would be my number one pick. But Space Mountain debuted here in Magic Kingdom in 1975. It was actually the first indoor roller coaster and the first roller coaster in the world to be controlled by computers. A clever girl. And my personal favorite, some of Bruce's teeth and Ben Gardner. It's just wild to me that like this was used in my favorite movie of all time. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, apps on me.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Not only that, but the dedication and credit of Beauty and the Beast reads to our friend Howard, who gave a mermaid her voice and a beast his soul. We will be forever grateful. Domi Shi is the director behind Turning Red, and she is the first female director to have a sole director credit in the history of Pixar. No woman had ever been the sole director of a film before Turning Red. Not only that, she spearheaded the first female team to lead a Pixar movie. But you do get an 8-course, very fancy, very exquisite.
Exquisite.
And chat, with those nominees, it's time to announce the winner. And the winner is... Winner Picks Dinner. Winner Picks Dinner, chat. Well done.
Sometimes known as Alan Picks Dinner.
It is.
Recently.
It is sometimes known as that.
Recently, it's been a lot of Alan.
It is a statistical anomaly.
I don't know how. I don't know how. I am so
I think
bad.
it's less than a % chance that you there would be that many losses of a luck-based game.
You know, it'll make my winning streak that'll come about sometime just that much more impressive.
Hey, we're
When you finally get on a run, it's going to be...
It'll be so sweet. So
after
sweet.
just losing and losing losing.
Exactly.
Well, thank you, Chad, for voting. Winner Picks Dinner takes away the best YouTube series of the year. Looking forward to seeing how we continue that series next year. And what new series?
I personally, I love Winner Picks Dinner. I think it is a perfect example of Mammoth Club content, just because we always said we wanted to do things a little bit differently and uniquely ours, I should say. And we love food. We love eating in theme parks. And this was a fun way to kind of gamify showcasing food around the parks. So it's been a lot of fun filming this.
Yeah.
Even while losing.
With that, we'll move on to our second category, which Alan will have.
Folks, the next category that we have for you is the best You've Been Armageddon from Zetas Lapidus, a Mammoth Club original podcast.
Great.
The bit that Max and I just love so much.
We do. You know, I'll say this. I've grown to love it. I think at first I was a little bamboozled.
We all were.
Mostly, I would say I'm impressed.
Thank you.
God, it does take so much work.
The ways that you will go through NASA Tech number 4.
Delivery boy.
It's boring to only go through Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck. You know, Wilson.
But it is not up to what Armageddon's we like or Molly likes.
It's up to you. So with that, let's get our nominees.
Courtney Enders, a.k.a. Brie Larson, will grow up to be Tess, Mr. Nobody's daughter.
Yeah, she will.
In Fast X.
Yeah, she will.
Todd Lowe had a recurring role on a show that, Max, you're going to have to tell me more about. Zach Von Gerbig.
Zach is a member of Lane's band, Hep Alien.
And you might remember that Eddie Griffin was the bike messenger in 1998's hit film Armageddon.
Whoa,
that's fast.
Was directed by Michael Bay.
I'm just suggesting there were a lot of ways to get Gilmore Girls in there, you know, just, but you know, it's fine. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine.
Is Gilmore Girls a show? Also in Cars 3, Owen Wilson, Lightning McQueen.
Is this 6 Degrees? Or what are we doing here?
Yeah,
you know what other movie Owen Wilson's in? Armageddon.
Oh, we really didn't know, did we?
Yeah, y'all need to know in the Xenon one, that was the first time I did a whole bit of it, and I was sitting on that and just giggling so hard that whole time.
How did this all start? You mentioned it like the first
No.
2 movies.
Because in Under Wraps, there's a character in Armageddon, and I was like, oh, that actor looks familiar, and I looked it up. It's because he's in Armageddon.
Right.
And then I don't remember why I brought it up in the next one. There was another reason to bring up Armageddon, and you were like, you've brought up Armageddon 2 times now, and I was like, whoa, it's a great movie. And then I was like, I'm going to bring it up a 3rd time by doing some weird 6 degrees of separation situation.
Oh my God.
Which is what happened on Xenon.
And with that, folks, the winner is Even Stevens.
The fastest Armageddon.
Fastest.
Should I be offended?
No, I loved it. It was great.
Yeah,
That's
that was the
amazing.
quickest one. You'd wanted to go just one.
I was trying to go, I went character in Even Stevens 1 Armageddon. Like, it was the fastest you could go without 2 people being in the movie Armageddon. And I think it's because, as I said, I wanted Even Stevens to be over. I wanted to stop talking about the Even Stevens movie. And so I made it as short as possible.
I also wanted that movie to be over. We are on to our 3rd category, and this one is our best non-trio YouTube video. We have trio and non-trio, and we're kicking it off with the best non-trio YouTube video. And the nominees are...
We went real fast down.
I got sprayed in the face.
Chicken Hill. You are very wet. And I can't think of a better woman to talk about right now as I enjoy this delicious banana pudding featuring Princess Tiana than Sharita Carter. Sharita Carter is the first Black woman to ever be an executive producer at Walt Disney Imagineering. While I'm here, they actually still have the pumpkin spice ones, the seasonal flavor, because they rotate seasonal flavors, so I had to get those, but yum, they smell amazing.
In a true sign that we don't know exactly where we are, we beeped in and now we're having to walk a long ways down this boardwalk. Not saying that I don't enjoy every step, but still. Yeah?
And there are your nominees, chat, for best non-trio YouTube video. The winner is Disney Bucket List Polynesian Bungalow. Y'all, an amazing stay.
It was.
It was so cool. It was definitely one of those pinch me moments. I can't believe this is real. When they reached out and said, "Hey, we could do a bungalow." We're like, what? At the Polynesian.
A bungalow?
At the Polynesian.
bungalow?
Like that bungalow?
Polynesian is my favorite resort, so that had like sat up there for me forever, and I was like, that's never gonna be the thing that ever happens in any way, shape, or form. And that was crazy.
All right, chat, it's time to move us on to the next category.
Yes.
And I think, Molly, you got this one.
I sure do. I will be presenting Best MamFam Meme. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, MamFam. I don't understand all these jokes.
That is true.
Same.
Because when we created this category, it was for you. It was for the MamFam. We said we want something from the MamFam that came organically from this amazing group of people that have been here and have their own inside jokes and have their own excitement. So this was a MamFam inspired category. From the MamFam,
That's
we
you.
have capybaras.
They're cute.
Adorable.
We pet one time, but that's
Largest?
not what this is from. Decom Bingo. This one I do understand. It's from some of our Patreon members playing bingo every time they watch a decom for Zetus Lapidus. Potatoes.
Yep.
I know what potatoes are, but I don't know where this started.
Same.
Mamusi.
I know where the mimosa came from.
That one I know.
And exquisite, which I do know where that
We
came
know that.
from.
We know the
Yeah,
origins
yeah.
of that one as well.
And the winner is exquisite.
Oh.
Well, surprise! I thought potatoes had it
Yeah.
in the
Potatoes.
sack.
Oh.
Well, thank you all for that, chat, for the best MamFam meme. We have another category. This category is the best non-trio stream. So, as voted by you, Let's see our nominees.
I hate all donuts.
Well, then let's go powder.
So gross.
I don't understand your disdain for donuts.
I have trauma.
For the love of God, you cannot have a dead mama elephant in this attraction. That's insane. Animal Kingdom is about the facts. Monsieur Maximilian is here. Welcome to the inaugural MamFam art show. You all submitted beautiful pieces of art showing off all of your talents, and I am ready to celebrate you.
Sleepy time tea that has been disguised as a fruit juice. That is how I would get them to stop talking.
Give them drugs.
No. Sleepy time tea is not a drug. It is chamomile tea.
I'm pretty sure you just said give them drugs.
We're good. We're on a beach, dude. We're on a beach.
We're on a beach. It's sandy.
Oh! Wow. Noses are disgusting.
How we doing? We still got one more to go. How we doing over there?
We're good. Wow.
It said Alan's still recovering.
Yeah. You know what? The ability to smell colors has lessened somewhat. I'm due for another waxing. Folks, as voted on by you for the best non-trio stream, the winner is Molly's AMA. Molly's Ask Me Anything.
Wow, that's an early one for Mammoth.
You guys just want me to eat donuts, don't you?
And hot dogs. You remember Shady ate a hot dog that one too?
And Da Bomb, I think.
Oh, Da Bomb.
I would rather eat Da Bomb than a hot dog or a donut any day of the week.
Yeah. Thank you for voting on that one. Those streams have been super fun to create and put together, and all of those I love doing. Cool.
I gotta say, I love the Advice Bros. I don't sign off legally on any of their advice, but I do find it very funny and enjoyable. So
I also wouldn't when I'm pretty sure, like I said in that quote, I'm pretty sure Alan said give kids drugs.
terrible advice.
That's what he said.
Terrible
I
advice.
don't recall sleepy time tea that has been disguised as a fruit juice. That is how I would get them to stop talking.
Hey, for our next category, we've been announcing a bunch of them.
Yeah, we have.
You think we could call in one more favor?
We could
They're
try.
pretty important.
They're pretty important. You think we could call in one more favor with our famed fashionista and runway expert?
I think
maybe.
I think
perhaps.
I think one more.
All right. We're gonna pass it to Persephone and Alakazam for our next category.
And now here we are to introduce the next category.
Best guest cameo in a production of the Mammoth family.
And the nominees are
KRONK,
Mr. Eel,
Maximilien Ledoux,
Ja Rule,
and Cousin Ricky. And the winner is
KRONK. He's a cute dog.
He's the cutest dog
Oh,
I've ever
look at
seen.
him.
I just want to scratch that little face.
Our CEO himself.
There he is.
Sweetest little buddy.
What a buddy.
I love his hat.
Yeah.
It looks a little like a pilgrim, but
Yeah.
it is. I ordered it as a top hat. He liked his tuxedo, though. I think he felt very dapper.
Congratulations to our CEO, KRONK, for winning Best Guest Cameo as voted on by you,
Yeah.
the MamFam.
I guess I have to go break it to my friend Mr. Eel. He didn't win now.
Yeah.
Next time I'm at Epcot.
All right, well, on to
anyway.
the next category.
Yeah.
Oh, it is time for us to move into the final three.
Oh.
Final three. The big three.
We made sure to put at the end the best Zeus episode, best trio stream, the best trio YouTube video, the big three, if you will. And we are going to get started with best Zetus Lapidus, as voted on by all of you, the best podcast episode of the year. And the nominees are... You see, Abraham Lincoln was quite far away, and so added...
He started the work from home movement.
That's right. Yeah. 40 and many years later, COVID. You know, like that's, you really started this course for us, and we're getting the payback now.
That was the first domino that fell.
Almost
Truly
200
serendipitous.
years later, we get work from home.
The medal feels like a participation award that like somebody
got blown
gave
out
a
of
kid
proportion.
and they're like, here's your award for
You
being a good
respected
friend.
nature and value brotherhood. And he's like, best surfer Hawaii.
To introduce a new concept, and that is Kimberly J. Brown
dead ass staring at the camera. I hated it.
I'm so happy right now.
I was so mad.
Were you? All you know is that she gives him that photo that definitely will be used later. And then she says, "You've got another gift. But you don't have to open this one."
Oh my God! Why'd you say it
She
like
is
that?
horny.
She's horny. This movie is horny.
Like, that feels like the equivalent of finding your 13-year-old Earth child hammered drunk behind the wheel of a car. Like,
Right.
it
Yep.
feels like, and being just like,
While holding a live firearm.
Oh God!
We were just listening, and I said, I don't even remember us talking about Lincoln living in Oregon. Like, I don't even remember that happening.
There are some parts of some podcasts I'll get back to listen and I'll go back and listen to them like, when did we talk about that?
Yeah.
What are we okay?
And chat, the winner is Best Zeus Lapidus episode, HALLOWEENTOWN.
Oh.
well, Lincoln and COVID did
The
make it.
old remote work Lincoln.
Yeah.
Bringing in the
That's what
win.
he's known
there.
for, I think.
I mean, HALLOWEENTOWN as a movie holds up.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Halloweentown I think definitely cracks the top of my list of actual movies. I'm a little surprised the podcast
Yeah.
won, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But also, I had forgotten we even talked about Lincoln in Oregon, so God knows what else we talked about. It could have been just bangers from beginning to end. Well, I hope you watch HALLOWEENTOWN, chat, because you
go
voted
watch.
on it for the best podcast. Give it
Go
another
watch.
listen. Lincoln led the Civil War from Oregon, is what I've
Yeah, he
relearned
did.
from
And,
listening.
Yeah, he
and
did.
then invented work from home.
2 categories left.
Only
Two
two.
left.
And then there were 2. And Molly, I think you're getting us to our
I sure do.
penultimate category.
I have the pleasure, the honor, if you will,
Oh.
of announcing Best Trio Stream.
Ooh.
And if I could, just say something about streams. One of the greatest joys that I've had in this last year have been these trio streams. And I'm going to try not to get dramatic. I was at a place when we started all this where I wanted to continue to be creative, but in a different way, and show people a different side of my personality and do something just completely different and authentic. And we sat around and did Oreo stream
Yeah.
before Mammoth Club even existed. And we
true.
laughed and we were a little sad about mocha caramel latte chip or
We
whatever
were,
that one was
oh
so
my God,
terrible.
it was so bad. Not as bad as Boston Cream Donut, though.
As much as I love making YouTube content, and I truly do love making YouTube content in the parks and beyond, there's something so special to me about making these streams and just getting to be completely unhinged and unscripted and just ridiculous with you two. So I love this category. I love streams. I love all of you for showing up. So without further ado, the nominees.
Welcome, everybody, to MamFam with you! Name something you must have to be prepared for a day at a theme park.
Bag.
Let me see bag! No, it's not on the board at all.
You guys just holding all
You
your
guys just
stuff?
holding all of your stuff?
Sharing it all?
Okay.
That's pretty rough, Dry. You shut We're on to photo number 7. Another bit of a meme. This is looks like a manga.
What is happening? I don't know. Real, I guess.
Now it says real.
I think they're real too.
The boobs or the,
boobs?
profile?
you in there too.
Yeah.
Oh, grandma.
It's repulsive.
So bad.
Why is it tart now?
Oh God.
I give up.
It says put a slice of cheddar cheese on the top of the bottom half of the roll. So I expect that you will put a singular slice.
I should have written the instructions far more clearly.
You are a man
Probably
of
should
science.
have. This is what Chef, I'm just
Cooked
following
bacon
directions.
over
Chef.
cheese.
Ooh, what a ride.
What a ride.
And look, chat, what's up here?
What is this? Are these the best of all the eating everything streams?
Yeah.
And new flavors for
And
us to try out right
new
now?
Flavors. Before we
We're-
get into it, let's announce the winner.
We're going to announce. And the winner for Best Trio Stream is Cooking Stream.
Yeah, not
Yes,
surprising
chef.
that one.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
That was great. I loved it.
That was truly a peek behind the curtain, I think, for how we interact as a trio all the time.
Yes, chef.
And I worry when I hear Molly and Max giggling in another room. Because I'm like, I'm going to walk in there and there's going to be so that I have not expected. Something's blown up. But I think that was such an incredible opportunity. And it was so fun. Remember when we were literally hitting go live.
Yes.
And Ella tripped
Yes.
over the Ethernet cable.
Yes.
And said it shut the whole stream
my
down.
God.
And we were like, well, we gotta start over, I guess.
But we do have some food here.
We do.
Yeah.
So we have some of the standards that are the best. For example, we have mint Oreos. We have
Which, by the way, are the best.
They're so good.
If we did a best of the best right now, it wouldn't even be close.
No.
There's no one even in the same league.
We already started eating them.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
save
did
for
find
last.
flavors we couldn't find for the streams or new flavors that have come out since the stream. So for the Oreo category, I have found the Toffee Crunch.
I would have loved for it to be in the original Pop-Tart stream, but we couldn't find them. Wild Berry Pop-Tarts.
And something that we weren't able to find, but talked about extensively while we were in the grocery aisles. We found Pacific Cooler, but we could not find Mountain Cooler, but we've already cracked it open, and boy, do we have it.
I think we should start with Oreo since it all started with Oreo.
All right, let's start with Oreo then.
All right, a
Toffee Crunch.
Perfect.
All right,
Cheers.
cheers to that.
Good arm reach.
Cheers.
Cheers, chat.
Oh.
You know what ASMR here, chat? Okay, that's very good. I'm just going to come out and say it.
That's delicious.
It's not mint Oreo good. But it's good.
I don't know if it would crack the top 3, but I definitely think it would crack the top 3rd.
Definitely in the top. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna if I were to put it on the scale, it'd be in the 7s.
I agree.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm like a 7, 7.5. For
Yep.
Me. Yeah.
Yep. And now the Mountain Cooler. Mountain Cooler says, as all Capri Suns, I'm sure, mixed fruit flavored juice drink, but it does have apple and raspberry on the picture.
I remember it being more cool.
Cheers.
All right, cheers.
Oh. That is nice.
It's good, for sure. All right, top half. It has some Pacific Cooler vibes to it in terms of like
Yeah.
a nostalgic taste, that swirl of just like, it's a bunch of fruit. It's definitely gonna be better than your like wild cherries. For me personally, it doesn't play in the realm of a Pacific Cooler, and it can't touch Tropical Tide.
Ring, 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 ring.
we got our cell
I got a
phone.
phone call. Hold on. Hello.
I think you guys are still crazy for putting anything above Pacific Cooler. I think
Hold on. The
Finish
signal's
it.
bad. It sounds
I'm not
like you
gonna
said-
finish it in time to join this three-way.
It sounds like you said something ridiculous. Try it again.
I still think Pacific Cooler reigns supreme. This would podium for me.
Pretty good though.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
Definitely a top third, I would say.
Yeah,
probably top,
easily.
top.
All right, let's round it out. Wow,
Wild
berry.
berry.
Wild berry. Iconic look.
The iconic
Purple and blue.
swirl feels like the 90s to me.
It really does.
Cheers
Yep.
to the
Cheers.
Pop-Tart. One bite in the
Cheers.
middle.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
That's nice.
Yo.
Oh my god.
That's good.
That's podiuming for sure.
Yeah, what an ambiguous berry
For
flavor.
sure on the podium.
I think that knocks off, for me, it would knock off cherry.
I'm gonna be honest. It would fight with s'mores for me.
Would it?
I think so.
Really?
I love a s'mores. Love them right here. But as I eat it right now, I don't know who would win, but they'd go multiple rounds.
I think fruit when I think Pop-Tart, and so I would have been happy if this had won. This and cherry, very interchangeable for me.
Yeah.
We can't toast them, though, Mayor Wolf, because we are not retirees.
Yeah. That brings us to the final category of the evening.
Yeah.
One more.
So, here we are. This is the best trio YouTube video category as voted on by you on Mammoth Club. And I'm going to take a moment here to just shout out you all for all of your support. We said at the outset, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be able to do this without you and your support. And these best trio YouTube videos, I have to say, every single damn one of them have been some of the most fun times that I have had with the two of you that I can ever remember. And that's saying something because, God, the shenanigans we get up to. Without any further ado, here are your nominations.
To share, by the way.
What are we talking about?
Alan hasn't offered to share his cookie.
That's true.
I
haven't even given us a
shared
bite.
the mac and cheese bites, and Alan only bought a cookie for himself.
Wow.
Classic Alan.
Wow. Classic Gilbert.
I don't like that one. Yep. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, Mom. I didn't just beat one of you, I beat you both.
There are 3 kinds of paddlers on the Explorer canoe. There's me. There's Max. And there's Alan. So big. The math problem. We got to get our picture with Poison Bear. Hi, Poison Bear. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for having us at your theme park that is clearly bear themed. Yes.
There you are, chat.
If you notice, Poison Bear did nod. It is bear themed.
All right. Chat. With that, as voted on by you, here is the best, or the winner of the best trio YouTube video. It is Loser Pays. The, as we affectionately refer to it, credit card roulette.
Hey!
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
That's a fun video.
That was fun.
I like that one.
Shenanigans did ensue.
That was...
I never got any cookies.
But I also had to pay for everything. So
That's true.
That's
that feels
true.
Just
It works out. It
Also,
works
I
out.
definitely got cookies because Max and I bought our own. Max and I were like, well, if we got into Gideon's, it's so hard to
Then
get
we
in
might
here.
as
You
well
know,
buy
you
it.
might feel weird not to buy a cookie. I love all those videos that were in there. I thought all of them were super fun and unique and different. But I really like the drafts because I like the stream aspect of it, bringing that into. And we've said it before. I think the drafts when we're here are going to be very different.
Oh, yeah.
We have been to
I'm
these
scared.
parks for more than a decade.
We've all
so
worked them.
scared.
We've all
We don't
worked
care.
them.
There's
This
been
is-
so
don't
much
care.
Cali River.
It is
Rapids.
shenanigans, no holds
I'm
barred.
scared of the Islands of
You know what
Adventure
saves
version.
you? You know what saves you from Cali?
You don't want to ride Cali?
I don't want to ride
We don't want to get wet.
I don't want to get
No
wet.
one wants to
wanna
get wet. Who? Look at a monster
None of
wants
us
to
want
get
to
wet.
get
No,
wet.
you're a serial killer.
I have an idea, bro. How would you feel about if I drafted smugglers, but we can only be engineers?
I'm mostly an engineer.
Yes! Yes!
I'm-
One of us just has to sit in the back.
I'm mostly an engineer on Smugglers because normally when I ride Smugglers Run, I'm intruding on a nice family's vacation.
Some questions that we have gotten from the chat. So, what has changed the most for you this year?
I don't live in California anymore.
Oh, that's a big one. That's a good one. That's a good
That's
one.
definitely the thing that's changed the most for me.
I don't know how to follow that because obviously the biggest change for me is I own a company with my best friends.
Yeah.
I think probably the biggest shift in that has been being able to make content outside of what I was used to making. So Knott's Berry Farm, stream content, Titanic exhibition, Harry Potter Forbidden Forest in Yule Ball, all these experiences that have been so awesome that I was really excited and passionate to do. I get to make that into content now and share it with all of you. So
I quit my full-time job.
Also
that-
a big
that-
change.
big change.
And then
Big
joined
change,
Mammoth.
yeah. And I think the last thing I'll say, you know, we've said this already tonight, but I just want it to be the note that we end on, is that like none of that shit happens without all of y'all. We set out a year ago knowing that one of the things that we wanted to do was create a community, and that we saw spaces on the internet that didn't represent the spaces we wanted to be a part of and that we wanted to invite people into, and we wanted to create a space. And I'm not saying we've been perfect the whole way, but you know, you all ultimately make that part of this dream come true. Your support has been unbelievable, given us the courage to do things, to be able to make content that maybe otherwise feels like a risk. You know, we get to show up and do this crazy and apparently y'all like it, you know, and like, we're just so grateful. There is one final piece to this puzzle, which is sometimes when you're
this is
putting
good.
together something like this, not everything goes exactly the way you planned.
What?
Chat, thank you so much
We love
for
you
joining
guys,
us for
truly.
the MamFam Awards. We love you.
Thank you,
Thank
thank
you
you,
for
thank
1
you.
year. We'll see you
love you.
very soon. Have a good night.
Hello from the red carpet. I am, of course, POLYNESIAN. I don't remember my name. I don't remember my own name.
I'm nominated. How confident are you feeling, my friend? You are
More
too
and more the
nominated.
closer I get to you.
Yeah, the feeling is mutual.
Yes.
Look at how it extenuates my lips. And it's an ebonine.
He's the cutest dog I've ever
look at
seen.
him.
I just want to scratch that little face.
Oh, hello.
Oh, you lost this one.
Oh, goodness. That's terrible.
Well,
What
it's so wonderful to see you.
horrible news.
But at least it was won by a little dog.
You're going to lose, dear chat.
That's terrible news.
Good evening to you all from the red carpet. I am, of course, Persephone von Salva. I just wish I could say my name. I'll do it this time.
It's ebonine.